Hi there, folks. Another exciting day at Ascot. Stradivaruis put on a royal show. There's a few people in my family who had a bet on it. So maybe some of you got on it and got a price. I don't know. So anyway, we're going to give you another couple of selections. We're going to start with Sean today for tomorrow. So go on then, Sean. You can kick us off.
Yeah, evening all. Right, first one I've gone for Golden Melody in the 150 for Haggis and Doyle. Now Doyle obviously in great form at the festival along with Jim Crowley. One race, one win for this one on soft ground. To be honest with you, it made light work, hands and heels at Haydock not so long ago, I believe, June time. Yeah, I mean, at the moment it's 9-2. I got it at 6-1 a little bit earlier in the day. It looks like it's coming in. A good field. O'Brien and Moore on another favourite with a Wesley Ward horse not far behind. But for me, Golden Melody after his last run out will enjoy the ground being nice and soft. And like I say, the trip will not be an issue on that one. So yeah, 150 Golden Melody is the first one for me.
Okay,
and
fair enough.
second one in the 3 o'clock. Yeah, 3 o'clock. Mirando for Balding and De Sousa. Fourth in this race last year. Again, it's going to find it tough. LR Cam, Anthony Van Dyke in there. Obviously, we know what they're capable of if they turn up. Both of their forms are sketchy, to say the least. Mirando, again, will favour the soft ground more than most, which, let's be honest with you, the way the weather's turning, it's going to be soft again. Tomorrow, the trip, again, won't be an issue. His last run was in October, which was at Ascot. So he's coursed and distance as well. So, yeah, for me, I think he will find it tough against the two leading in the betting, but I think he's got a great shout with the weather and the trip. So Mirando in the 3 o'clock for me.
Okay, mate, fair enough. Let's go on to you then, Jamie. Who do you like tomorrow?
Tomorrow, Commonwealth Cup 3:35 6 furlong race. Luke Y. Fernandez, ridden by Ryan Moore, trained by Aidan O'Brien. Luke de Vega's Charles, which appreciate the soft conditions for tomorrow. Very good third in the Irish 2000 Guineas a week ago, so he should do okay. And the shortest trip, dropping down to 6 furlongs, suit for him. The second selection is in the Palace of Holyrood House 5 furlong handicap, and that's is Will to Win. And that's each way at 10-1. And he's trained by Simon Crisford. Even though he's won 3 times and a second on the all-weather, I think the soft ground should help him out. And obviously with a showcasing site, even though I looked at his ground conditions, he likes firm ground. But obviously with a showcasing, that they're doing quite well. Running in top races, and William Burke is on board, so it's another positive. So he's had a few winners over there. And for my Brucey bonus on a third one, it's my Harwick Stakes on 1 mile 3 furlong, and it's my old mate who used to play for West Ham, Defoe, 7-1 each way, ridden for Andrea Axini and Roger Farian. Very smart gelding. Should do really well. Had a bit of a dip this year in his 2 runs, but he's done very well. He's got a few forms on soft ground. So in 2017, he's won on soft twice in August, but always wins from 2017, 2018 are at Newbury. So so he most probably like Newbury. So I wish it was a run. I wish the Harwood Stakes was running at Newbury, but obviously Ascot. So I think he'll do quite well on that each way at 7-1.
Okay, fair enough. He's a smart horse, isn't he?
Yeah, he's done very well. He won what was it? The Epsom race that he won, the Coronation Stakes. He won that very well. He's been riding in Maidan and everything. So yeah, he's a very popular horse anyway, Defoe, and he does put he's a genuine horse, and he puts his 100% effort into his races. So I'm hoping he will do all right for tomorrow.
Cool. All right, fair enough. Go on then, Mark.
Evening, everyone. Here we go again. Just want to actually get one thing out there straight away about Stradivaruis' performance today. I'm sure everybody will actually look at that performance. For its second towards the back end of last season and the third in the Coronation Cup, I think it's definitely proved today that he's the top stayer in the world of flat racing. Just my opinion, but I'm sure that everyone, a few doubters have been smashed there. But anyway, on to my selections today. I've gone in the 3 o'clock and I've gone for a Mark Johnson trained horse, Elicam, I believe it's pronounced, 9-4 favourite at the moment, ridden by Jim Crowley. Was third in the Jumpman International at York last season. This is a 5-year-old which is open to further improvement after a close second at Haydock at its return this season at 1 mile 2 furlongs. Steps up to 1 mile 4 tomorrow, so the extra 2 furlongs should suit this horse, and with Jim Crowley in splendid fine form of this season. In the 3:35 for my second selection, I've gone for a Rosivarian Andre Azzini Pierre Lapin at 7-2. This is a tough one to choose from with AP O'Brien's Lopoi Fernandez and Mum's Tipple in there as well, which was a good one to potentially choose from. Half brother to Harry Angel, 2 from 2 last year at 6 furlongs, on good to firm grounds. It's going to relish the competition, so I think he stands a great chance there on that one. And as Jamie reiterated, my Brucey bonus is going to be in the 1:15 Archie Watson and Holly Doyle's Maystar at 16-1 at the moment. It's had a win so far, each on turf and on the all-weather. Always makes a challenge in the final furlong, and it's been proven so far at Ascot, especially in the first race. It's very open. There's been some high odds winners, so I think it's a very open race. But I think it stands a great chance for an each-way shout. So Elicam and Pierre Lapin, my 2 selections, and my Brucey is Maystar in the 1:15.
Cool. All right, mate. Fair enough. Well, I've gone for my first ones in the 1:15. I've gone for band practice. Archie Watson and Daniel Tullow. He's won a Class 5 and a Class 3. He's won both of those. He's also won a listed over in France. It was sent to the Breeders' Cup for the juvenile turf sprint. Didn't quite work out that day. Could be the travel for all we know. It might not, might not settle very well. It might have been the first time he's travelled any great distance. So, it might have played into the hands of that. But I just looked at a couple of the replays online, and he definitely got a nice turn of foot, when it needs to kick for home. So I just thought it might be worth a little go. It's a big price. It's 22-1. I just thought it might be worth a punt. Oisin Murphy won on it when he was in France, and Spencer rode it in the Breeders' Cup. But we'll have to just see. A bit of a gamble, but as I say, just a very big price. And watching the video replays, I thought that price seemed a bit big for a horse that does seem to have some ability. So we'll have to see what comes of that one. And then my second choice, again, another 5 furlong. It's the Norfolk Stakes, 2:25. I went for the Learjet, 11-2, Oisin Murphy and Michael Bell. It was actually purchased by Qatar Racing after breaking the all-age record at Yarmouth not so long ago. So obviously, Qatar Racing were interested. You'd like to think there's a decent horse there. So, but again, same scenario. Had showed a good turn of foot when it needed to. Just think it might have another chance again. So that's my two for tomorrow. No Brucey bonus for me today, and North Sean, but you got a couple of extra ones there.
Just a quick question. I'm just thinking about Stradivaruis. There, obviously, that was a very good performance by Frankie and all that. But I'm just wondering, do you reckon he will equal Yates's record of 4, or even go for 5? I know we've discussed it, but I'm just wondering if Sean or Mark would put their take-ons on it.
Yeah, with a performance like that, definitely.
Yeah, you can't say Mark, we know, is a massive fan of this horse, and for good reason. We all know that first run out this season was just a leg stretcher. There was nothing in there. The favourite was very good at that distance. Stradivaruis just needed to blow off some cobblers. That is simple. That is what that comes down to. Today was what the horse beyond capable of. I mean, he did that. That was a tough field. There were some decent horses in there today, and just to come up there on the bridle, and there's not even a concern in Frankie. Didn't even really use him. It just showed him the whip, and he knew he was in a race. And I mean, in 12 months' time, he'll be back there again, and I can't see anything getting close. So I see the four. Whether they see him again after obviously equaling the record to go for a fifth, that's a different matter. But I can see the four, and I would be very surprised for them to come out and give a reason not to.
Yeah. I think the owners know, you know, especially with a horse like this, you know, it was the first £1 million horse. Like I say, you know, 4 consecutive wins at Royal Ascot, 3 consecutive in Ascot Gold Cup. I know I said yesterday that it was a weaker field today, and it was, but tactics you've always got to get right in racing, as we know. And Frankie definitely got that. You know, the weather. There was question marks over that. Would have played a massive part with the massive rainfall that there was this morning going into the early part of the day. I think the owners will look back at that performance and think, to me, I hope, I'm praying that you'll look at that and think, yeah, definitely go the right direction with this horse. I don't know what his next move would be. Maybe the Goodwoods Festival. I believe I'm not an owner. I'm not a trainer. But that would be my target, to think that he could go for a fourth. And then after that, with a performance like that, you know, there's no horse that catches Stradivarius with a win like that.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure he'll definitely go to the Champions Day if it's when they resort themselves out. They'll do the Champions Series. I think he rode in Ascot again, like when he won that. So I think he'll go to the old Champions Day definitely. But I don't know where before that. So that's gonna. But yeah, I just thought I'd just put a question on and just reckon it'll be 4 or 5.
I don't know if you've seen the replay yet, Sean, because obviously you were a bit busy at work, wasn't you? But
I did see that. I did see it. It was So I mean, I watched it halfway through, and I'll tell you what, he had. I mean, he was behind. I mean, Naif Road absolutely gave him a race. But then all of a sudden you can tell that, you know, Frankie, you could tell he was taking his time. He was letting Stradivarius, like, you know, get into the race itself, and then turning in, he was on the bridle, and in the middle of the track. Did
you happen to see the part of the race where sort of not quite a turn from home, but, you know, sort of a little way before that, Frankie kept looking over his shoulder for James Doyle, I believe, and he wasn't coming. And the actual commentator said, the commentator on the racing TV said, he's obviously looking for a dog to make a move, and he's not. He must think he's got the others covered. Well, lo and behold, he certainly did that.
Yeah, definitely. I think he got the actual tactics absolutely spot on.
Yeah.
I think even Ryan Moore, that was a good ride, finishing second, like 10 lengths behind. That was a good. I mean, that's a Gold Cup winning ride as well, or race if you take out Stradivarius. But but other than that, that was a really good race. You just tip your hat to Frankie.
I was just about to say, I think Frankie's definitely got to take a lot of credit for that. You know, like, obviously, like, he's been around a long time. We all know how much of a great jockey he is. I say 19 Group 1 wins last season. You know, so he knows when to deliver on the big stage. Stradivarius, we all know all about him. Question that I would ask you three, exactly just how you just answered. Would Stradivarius be as successful if Frankie weren't on board?
It was a tough one, really, but, you know, I mean,
these
great horses perform great partnerships.
Yes, you know, to me, I think yes, and it's just the same with Frankie, which we hope to see the mighty Enable back this season as well. You know, so there's always the partnerships for some, but I think yes, but I don't think how Stradivarius has won races in the past and how it won today, I don't think any other jockey would have got that to perfection at points when you got to, like, say, midway through the race. It was like a good 15 to 20 lengths off the leader. But when you look at all the other horses, they was all like really pushing, all really trying. And I say Frankie was just plodding along, biding his time. He's won at Ascot over the years. Stradivaruis knows the track well, knows the course, and you turn into the straight, you see the option to go out wide, and I think that's where a lot of winners at Ascot's come so far, by sort of going stand side.
Sorry, I mean, you can say that with your horse and jockey partnership with Ruby Walsh with Big Bucks and Ruby Walsh with Kato Star, and you can have
Nico de Boinville with Altior. You say that. I mean, I don't think Altior would be. I mean, he's phenomenal. He run through walls. And I know this is a national hunt topic, but if you're comparing, would say Stradivarius win as much without Frankie? I don't think he would, because it's the jockey knowing the horse. How many times do we sit there and we watch Altior hit such a flat spot where we should lose the race? That's when the jockey gets paid the money to go, this isn't what's right. You need to, and they changed that. Like you were saying, Stradivarius looked like he'd hit a flat spot. It's down to Frankie as the jockey to sit tight, don't panic, then press the button when he needs to go. And that's what he does. So, I mean, yes, Stradivarius as the horse would be just as good. Would he be successful? I don't know. I think that's questionable because I don't think Altior would be without Nico.
Yeah. I think that's the same thing with Johnny Murtagh with Yates. Yeah, you know what I mean. I think that Yates hits a flat spot when on his time. I think he did hit a flat spot, and then Johnny Murtagh just took him carried him and just all that ability and all that. So yeah, it's an interesting topic. It's a good.
Yeah, well, he's obviously spending time and regularly riding a horse, breeds familiarity, and then you can go into races confident, knowing fully well what you've got to do. If you've ridden a horse that much and it's a good horse as well, you've got that extra element surely of confidence, knowing that your horse inside and out, whereas others might not.
Oh yeah, totally agree. Totally agree.
If you remember, it was always that one question that was put on Frankie Dettori at the time when Stradivarius and Enable was unbeaten. If they come up against each other in a race, who do you decide to be on board? Which is a question that he straight away said, I'm not going to answer that. Because when you got two horses that are obviously, like to me, they're different horses in the way that they ride and in the way that they win and perform races. But
you could say that with Enable and Cracksman and Golden Horn.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
The best ride that I've seen with Frankie when he won on the Arc with Golden Horn, where his stall was in the car park, and he absolutely, he just absolutely rode him out, like banged out the stalls and rode him, and he hit that turning and he cut in. That was a great ride, and he won that really, really well with Golden Horn. I think we're when Frankie goes, we're going to be, where's Frankie? We need Frankie. But then you got the next generation like Ocean Murphy.
He will be missed, as you say. He will definitely be missed. But there are some fantastic young jockeys around at the moment, and a lot of them doing their own thing as well at the moment. So
like Holly Doyle.
It's just like in the national hunt, you've got the likes of Ruby Walsh and AP McCoy, legends of the game. They're retired now, but Jumps is just as big as what it was that many years ago when they were in their prime.
Definitely. Well, we'll leave it there then, chaps. So fingers crossed for tomorrow, everybody. Hopefully we get some more winners. So far, lads, we've managed 9 firsts, and we've actually managed about 35 places between us in different bets here and there. So we're not doing too bad. As always, folks, these are not tips. We're not tipsters. We never said we are. We never want to be tipsters, really. In all honesty, we're just massive fans of the sport. And, these are some that we like. Hopefully we're right. If you don't know anything, you might have learned something for tomorrow, or you might completely disagree. But, let us know. We're big men. We can take it. So comment below, and we'll see you again next time.
See you later, guys. Ride the doubles.
See you later, chaps.
See you later.
See you, boys.